Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Fallout, and this is a new drama from HBO Max that is from writer-director Megan Park and focuses on the aftermath of a school shooting and focuses on the life of a young woman named Vada who is trying to process what she experienced and trying to overcome her fear of going back to school, and the journey that it takes her on in terms of trying to reconnect with her family and some of her classmates and some other people in her life. And this film is obviously very topical because, these mass school shootings happen way too often in our country, and, nothing really is done about them. They just keep happening, and I feel like this film captures that so poignantly that I just sat there at the end of this movie thinking wow, this just you're sitting there watching this film and the film just punches you straight in the face and you're just and you take it, because what else are you going to do? Because this is so on point, and what's incredible is how this film sets up at the beginning feeling like just a normal day at school, and it doesn't need to show anything beyond somebody having blood on them and you just being in the confines of a bathroom hearing everything going on and the fear that's injected into Vada and her classmate Mia's whole life as they cower inside of a stall in the bathroom. And where this film takes you, it never pulls the punches in terms of what happened. It doesn't try to sugarcoat it or anything. There's real poignancy in this film taking these ideas on headlong, and how it deals with trauma and how everybody struggles with this trauma, and there's a deep-seatedness to seeing this young woman Vada dealing with this depression, this fear, and the sluggishness, the will to not having that will to get back up and get back to school, because it's when's the next one gonna happen? And this film really captures that in a very natural and authentic way, and I appreciate that a lot appreciate that of Park a lot, who directed this film. And you have it captures the effects of how each of these different people handles the processing of the grief and the loss and the trauma of the situation. You have Vada's friend who, Nick, who wants to instead take to the streets and protest and try to make change. You have Mia, who spirals into drugs and sexual behavior, and you have Vada, who's kind of stuck in the middle, and you have her connecting with Quentin, who lost his brother, and trying to process that grief. And you have Jenna Ortega, who kills it. She is a fantastic young actress, and I'm so excited to see her in more things. She was fantastic in Scream, and there's just so many different performances at this point, even just recently, that she killed it. And she is able to capture the emotion, the trauma, there's a humor about her that's fun, and her interactions with her mom, Bowen, and her dad, John Ortiz. And she has very special moments with each of them, and there's an authenticity about how Ortega brings this character to life. And she's so relatable and interesting. And then you have Maddie Ziegler, who is really falling into these vices that she's trying to latch onto, and she does a fantastic job of capturing that as well. And you have this other supporting cast like John Ortiz and Bowen, who do a really fine job in this film. You have the younger sister to Vada, played by Lumi Pollock. And Shailene Woodley pops up in this movie as a therapist, and it's just feels all kinds of weird that she's old enough to be an adult therapist and trying to consult this high school kid, and you're just do I feel old now? But the thing is, she does a fine job in the few scenes that she's in, but this is a really strong cast. there's definitely some tropes and cliches and some, like, I'm watching a movie type moments. But where this film really drives it home is in its final moments. How this film ends is one of the most emotionally impactful endings that I've seen in a long time, that really shows how much it refused to shy away from what the issue is with all of these school shootings, and just leaves you with a very emotionally charged result of the end of this film, and you're just sitting there kind of like ravaged emotionally. And this is a really impressive film. I think this is a great film to go check out on HBO Max. Be prepared, obviously it deals with some heavy things, but with Ortega at the lead, this is a special film with a special performance and something that's truly resonant and worth your time. But those are my thoughts on The Fallout. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.